How many opportunities have you missed simply because you couldn't interpret a woman's signals? This isn't a guess, it's a researched fact. Body language never lies. However, if you don't know how to read it, you might be overlooking key moments that will never come back. As a mature and experienced man, many women naturally feel drawn to you. But here's the thing, they won't always be direct. Not because they don't want to, but because it's rarely been their role. Women subtly signal interest through casual movements and attitudes that are actually full of intention. But what happens if you're unaware, if you can't decode what she's saying without words? The result is simple. You miss out on a connection that could have changed your life. Don't worry though, today we're going to fix that. I'm going to reveal 9 signals based on female psychology and body language that show when a woman is interested in you. These aren't the cliché signals you've heard 1,000 times. These are the ones that genuinely matter and will help you identify when someone likes you, even if she doesn't say it outright. My name is Ramel, and this channel focuses on those subtle details most people overlook, but that can change everything. If it's your first time here, I invite you to subscribe and turn on notifications. Stay until the end, as these signals could transform the way you understand relationships. Let's get started. The body always communicates, even when we try to hide our feelings. One of the most honest indicators of interest lies in the feet. Unlike the hands or face, we rarely pay conscious attention to them. If you're in a conversation and notice her feet pointed directly at you, it's a powerful and subtle sign that her focus is on you, not just physically, but emotionally as well. Think about it. When someone isn't interested or doesn't feel comfortable, their feet often point toward the exit or in another direction, showing disengagement. But when her feet align with yours, it's her body's subconscious way of reflecting interest, even if she doesn't realize it. Imagine being in a meeting or public setting. While you're talking, her feet remain still facing you, even if she turns her head or moves her hands. This happens because her body language is seeking a connection with you. This doesn't mean you should start staring at every woman's feet. Instead, take note when this signal occurs alongside other positive behaviors. If you pick up on it, use the moment to deepen the conversation and create a more meaningful connection. There's no need to call attention to it. Just understand that her body language is inviting you to connect. Speaking of signals that don't rely on words, let's move on to the next one. Sometimes it's not about her feet but her hands, and the subtle things she does with them hands reflect what's happening in the mind. When a woman is interested, her excitement or nervousness may show through subtle gestures, playing with her accessories, twisting a ring, touching her neck, adjusting her watch, or smoothing her clothing. These movements aren't always conscious. They often serve as a way to release the energy caused by the emotions she feels around you. Imagine you're talking, and she begins fiddling with her necklace, turning it between her fingers as she listens. She's not focused on the necklace. It's her way of expressing the energy stirred by your presence. These gestures are often delicate and repetitive, as if she's trying to calm herself while keeping occupied. Psychology tells us people do this when they're around someone they're attracted to. If you notice this, pay attention to her overall body language. Is she maintaining eye contact? Does her tone of voice sound warm and engaging? Combined with these gestures, it's a strong sign of interest. How should you respond? Don't rush. Keep the conversation flowing naturally, ask meaningful questions, and make her feel comfortable. If these gestures persist, it's a clear sign she enjoys being around you. Let's move on, because if her hands can reveal interest, her posture can make it even more obvious, especially when she adjusts her stance to present her best self in your presence. When someone catches our interest, our body naturally seeks to impress. A woman adjusting her posture around you, straightening her back, lifting her chin, or adjusting her clothing is her body speaking before she does. Imagine walking into a room where she's sitting comfortably. As soon as she notices you, her posture subtly changes. She might fix her hair, cross her legs more elegantly, or shift into a position that highlights her best features. These movements aren't random. Psychology shows the body instinctively reacts to attraction as a way of leaving a positive impression. If you notice her posture change, observe how it evolves as you talk. Does she maintain it, adjust her clothing, touch her hair more than usual? These are her ways of signaling that your presence matters. How should you respond? Match her subtlety with your own body language. Maintain an open posture, smile warmly, and show that you've noticed her presence. This combination of visual and physical connection will encourage her to keep expressing interest. Now let's move on to another revealing gesture, her smile. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Please like, comment, and share if you want to keep these videos coming.